Before we dive into something truly rare and eye-opening, take a second to hit that subscribe button. If you love history, hidden treasures, and coins that could change your life, you're in the right place. Now, let's begin. It was just an ordinary day when a man in his 60s, who had been collecting coins for decades, opened up a small box that had been sitting untouched in his drawer. Among old pennies and dusty paper bills, there it was, a 2008 South African 50-cent coin. Not shining, not flashy. In fact, quite dull to look at. But little did he know, what sat quietly in his hand was worth more than most people's homes. Now let me ask you this. How many of us walk past something valuable every single day, never knowing its true worth? This isn't just about a coin. This is about stories, history, hidden wealth, and sometimes even lost time. The 2008 50-cent coin from South Africa carries more than just its copper and nickel. It carries a past shaped by politics, minting errors, and scarcity that very few understand. But those who do, they know exactly what they're holding on to. Let's go back in time for a moment. The year was 2008. South Africa was going through social and economic shifts. It was a year of uncertainty, yes, but also of silent creation. The mint that year had a limited run of the 50-cent pieces. Most people used them, spent them, lost them in old couches, or gave them as change without a second thought. But in a rare twist of fate, a very small number of those coins had something different. A slight error, a design variation, or a die crack that the general public overlooked completely. But coin collectors, they look at these things like hawks. You see, the value of a coin isn't just in how old it is. It's in how rare it is, how well it's been preserved, whether there were errors in production, and most importantly, how many of them are still around today. The 2008 50-cent South African coin checks all these boxes in the most surprising way. On the surface, it looks like just another half-rand coin. The classic Strelitzia flower, the national pride of South Africa, stands bold on the face. Flip it over, and you get the coat of arms and the year. But what makes it different is hiding in the details. Some versions of this coin were minted with a slightly off-center strike. Others had a thicker rim, or a misalignment between the obverse and reverse. Some even had ghost-like doubling on the lettering, invisible to the untrained eye. Now imagine this. You've got a small tin full of coins you've collected over the years. You pull this one out, inspect it under a magnifying glass, and find the traits I just mentioned. What do? Do you toss it back in and forget it? Or do you take the next step? Let me tell you something real. There are collectors out there right now, men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s, who are trading coins like these for tens of thousands of dollars. One collector, based in Europe, recently sold a rare variant of the 2008 South African 50-cent piece to a private buyer. The coin had an unusual strike pattern and was graded in near-mint condition. How much did it go for? The final deal closed at a figure most people wouldn't believe. But I'll get to that in a moment. Think about how long you've been collecting, or maybe how long you've been thinking about starting. Every coin tells a story. Some tell stories of war. Others tell stories of peace, of changing governments, and of quiet revolutions that happened not with guns, but with presses, inks, and metals. The 2008 South African 50-cent coin tells the story of rarity in plain sight, of overlooked value, of a nation's moment captured in metal. But above all, it tells the story of opportunity for those paying close attention. Many viewers like you have coins sitting at home right now, maybe in a drawer, maybe in a jar in the garage, and among them could be something like this. You don't need a museum to own history. Sometimes it's already in your pocket, still wondering what that coin was worth. The rare 2008 South African 50-cent coin variant, with the unique error pattern and near-perfect condition, was valued and sold for a staggering $324,000. Yes, you heard that right. $324,000.1 coin. One collector, one life-changing moment. Now, imagine it was you who owned that coin. Check your drawers. Check your old collections. You might just be holding on to something far more valuable than you think. And if you found this story fascinating, imagine what else we'll uncover in the next video. So don't forget to subscribe, because the next treasure might already be in your hands.